friends. We are back again with a new case and with a new remedy. And here we will learn how to approach child's case, where it's very difficult to differentiate close coming remedies. And in such cases, what type of approach you should get, what importance you should give to characteristic symptoms and PQRS symptoms, that we will learn through this case. So I welcome Dr. Kushala to share her case.
Hello, friends. Welcome once again. Yeah. So, friends, welcome to Integrated Homeopathy. This is a short case of a child, but it's a very learning case for me, which I would like to share with you all. So this child, he is around 6 years old. He came to me in September 2023 with his mother, who's a homemaker, and father, who's busy working in a US-based firm. So she said that he gets recurrent cold and cough, and his throat gets caught up. And this cough is followed by a lot of vomiting, slimy mucus, which is white. And this cough is followed by an increased smell sensitivity. And he's worse by any cold thing like AC, ice creams, any dust, contagion. And he feels better by massage. He feels better when he has warm water with honey. And he's better when you divert him or when he's not eating. And she said that his weight goes down because of this cold and cough. His appetite goes down. His energy goes down, but he doesn't trouble us. He will obey even at that time. He'll not be stubborn. He will be content by himself. So his birth history was, he was a premature baby of 32 weeks. His mother, she went to her maternal home since she had high BP. It was a planned scissor. He was birth weight 1.8, but all milestones were at time. There was no major complications. And she said, when I asked about his nature, that he's very energetic. His face is always bright, eyes khuli hui, means with big, bright, open eyes. He's a cheerful child. And when sick, he will just say, man nahi hai. I don't feel good or I don't feel interested. And he's very much bothered by nausea, pain in abdomen due to continuous vomiting, but he's very friendly, no hitting. Teacher says that he's very cheerful and he has got a lot of energy. He likes to play and he's very sharp in reading. He can read all words. He's competitive. He always wants to come first. And he likes outdoor sports, football. And when he gets leg pain, he'll say, please massage my legs. And he likes half-day school. Why? Because you come home early. In school, it's AC, central AC school. So during breaks, they're supposed to carry tiffin from home. And that too, it should be cooked food, not dry food like wafers and all. So he feels very pukey during the break times in breakfast and lunchtime. Then all children open their dabba and that strong smell of that cooked food comes. So this nausea of the cooked food, it becomes worse when there is cold and cough at the end of it. So his parents told him, why don't you eat at the cafeteria, which is more open? So he said, it's open there, but there are so many people and it's so noisy with the clatter of plates and the children shouting and running. And so he doesn't even enjoy going to the cafeteria and eating. He has lots of friends. He enjoys playing. He likes running games with friends and he plays a lot on playgrounds. Sometimes while running too fast also he feels pukey. And he likes to play piano and Lego. He's very focused in playing. But he likes electronic music. It's not music with words, but he likes those rhythmic music. He catches notes. He plays in rhythm, piano and harmonium. And he has a good memory. Like if you show him notes in one instrument, he can exactly copy that note in another instrument and play it for you. He can pick up notes where instruments are concerned. And he likes a techno type of music, the party music. happy music with dance, energetic music, thumping music, pace and dance around. And he likes to dance. He likes to make people laugh. Teacher calls him the star of the class because he will choose to dance. And he's very fond of Legos and creative thinking. He's a creative thinker. Like with the Lego game, he will build a big stove, and there'll be a wash basin at the corner. There'll be a cupboard in one corner. There'll be a kitchen cabinet, a TV wall mount. And like an architect, he label each thing that this is TV, this is kitchen cabinet. So he is very creative in his play. He loves to laugh. He has got a light mood. He likes to be very happy and joyous. If you laugh and make jokes, he likes that. He likes that laughing, fun atmosphere, cheerful, where the opposite person is also, laughing and energetic. He likes to meet people, talk to people. He's friendly. And he doesn't like loud personalities because he doesn't like them because of their loud voice. Something about him, about that, he's very sensitive to. And he likes to dominate in a game. It should be that I should be aage, I should be first, I should be the one who's winning. He doesn't like to lose. He won't play in anger. There was an incident in school, the mother said, that some kid hit him. But he never told his parents, neither he told the teacher or principal. It's later on when the mother came to know, the helper saw and validated for him that such an incident happened. So what the mother had to say is, he is not the type who will hold, grudges, and he will forget things, if scolded also. And he's very intelligent. He enjoys reading. He's good with maths, good with numbers. Writing is an issue, but he's working on it. And he loves to go to vacation to their maternal grandmother's place. Why? Because they have a big bungalow type of house and lot of animals, and he loves dogs. His mother is also into feeding the stray cats and dogs in her society. So he likes cuddling them. He loves cats and dogs. He's very scared of insects, spiders, flying insects. He gets a lot of mosquito bites, itching. He's scared of it. He doesn't like them biting. Spiders go around the bed. They might bite. I don't like it. That's what he said. And he's very disinterested in food. He feels hungry, but he will bargain with you. You show me TV, then I'll eat. So he needs entertainment while eating. And he likes to eat home cooked food because you're making it fresh and you're serving him fresh. So there's no strong odor of a closed food in dabba or something. So he likes that fresh, warm, home cooked food. And he does not eat anything 2 hours before leaving for school because he has car sickness. He craves salty, he craves sour, that is orange, citrus, orange juice, peru, and he likes spice. He has an aversion to milk. So what I observed all through the interview was he was very active, he was very curious, and he was friendly. He had come to me first time, he was meeting me first time, but there was a lot of activity in the clinic which was going on. So I thought, now this is all that I am able to get from the mother. And this is what I observed from this child. So how to go about this case? So I said, let me first kingdom classify it. So what I did was, I said, what are the points which are coming clear shot? That he's competitive. He wants to win. He wants to come first. He's dominating in the game. He said, I want to be aage, means I want to be in the forefront. Teacher calls him star. Why? Because he's attractive. He's the center of attention in the class. And he was very communicative. So I said, this looks like an animal kingdom remedy because these things are very prominent in this case. Okay, now from animal kingdom, what is it? Is it a vertebrate or an invertebrate? What stood out very strong was his oversensitivity to strong smell and noise, which was so penetrating that he used to be nauseous. He could not bear loud noise. He could not stand strong smells. So this oversensitivity to sensory stimuli comes in invertebrates. So I came down to animal kingdom to invertebrates. So if it's invertebrate, what could be? So I saw a lot of, restlessness in this child. I saw that freedom in him, a lot of creative thinking, the way he makes, games with his Lego. And he stands out from all. He's very clear. He's a quick learner, quick grasp. And the way he learns from one instrument to the other, he can connect the ideas with clarity. And his communication. So I said it has to be an aerial animal. So which one? So again, it's physically restless. There's a very high energy. There's love for music, dance, rhythm. And he enjoys all this. His thinking is also creative. He's innovative. He's a center of attention. He can grab attention and he loves it. He's intelligent. He's cosmopolitan. He's active. And he enjoys life. That's what he wants. He's an extrovert. So it needs to be a spider. So I repertorized. I took rubrics like artistic aptitude, cheerfulness, comprehension easy, dance desire, fear of insects biting, fear of spiders, music ameliorates rhythmical, music desires, sensitive, oversensitive to noise, sounds loud, stomach nausea, food smell off, stomach nausea, riding in a carriage aggravates, food and drink, milk products aversion to, food and drink, salt and salty food desire, sour, acid desires. So the two spiders which came prominent was first tarantula and much later Theridion. So then I thought, I tried to ask some other questions like, I tried to see whether I could find any deceit in him, his manipulations in him, whether he could manipulate people or at home or with, in his class or with teachers or among his friends. So she said, "Nahi, ye bahut seedha hai." Then I just took it because this is what the mother had to say. Then I said, then if there's a spider which is coming through and through and through in the case, then which spider which has so much mark sensitivity to loud noise was Theridion. So I gave him Theridion 201 dose. He reacted immediately and his response was good. His cold and cough came under control. His nausea also reduced. So in the gap of these 4 months, I must have hardly given him 4 doses of Theridion, and he has done extremely well. His follow-ups are also now, previously she used to call me once in 2 days, 3 days, weekly. Now it's like it's almost a month that he has taken medicine and she's hardly called me. He is doing well for himself. So Theridion did it acted as a simillimum for this particular child in this case. Let's discuss a little more about the understanding of the themes of spider. Aditi, will you add some light here?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Kushala. And now we'll go to the themes of spider group in general. As Kushala rightly pointed out, that from animal kingdom to the aerial and to the spider, how she reached. And now we will see more qualities and more characteristics of spider group by itself. So we can differentiate it much better. I'll share the screen. Yeah, my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now we'll go to the group characteristics of spiders. And see, the spider remedies, we see spider patients, lot of this humor and teasing in them. They are very joking and jesting, mockery. They play pranks, trick, and they are sly. Their slyness is also seen in their humor and teasing. And then other characteristic is like this domination, power, and control. See, they prey on their victim's weakness. Their methods are usually very cruel. They feel victimized and they themselves also feel victimized. So whenever we are prescribing animal remedies, we always take as a victim part of the animal remedy and the predator part of the animal remedy. So they feel they themselves also feel victimized because of their size, and they perceive the opposite person to be big and powerful. They feel this being trapped is a very strong feeling of spiders, because we all know that spiders generally catch their prey in their cobwebs, and so this they themselves feeling being trapped also is very characteristic, and they must win. They must come out on the top. They are very competitive, and they are very defiant and outspoken people. Then another thing which we have seen in these spiders is this tunnel visions. They are very fixed on their goals. If we see their eyes also, they don't blink. It is very fixed. It's fixed on their prey. We are very focused. So we call them as a tunnel vision. And their hand gestures are also like that, as if they are just showing that how they keep their hands with their hands near their eyes and on the face, and to show that tunnel shape. There are a lot of hand gestures signifying their goal and tunnels. This must have developed because of the hunting strategy. See, basically the spiders, they lock their prey, and then their eyes are always onto their prey, and before they pounce. See, basically spiders, when they catch their prey, they wrap them in their silk, and so the prey is always alive, and simultaneously the prey is helpless and paralyzed, and they keep their eye on on their prey. So that is about the tunnel vision. Then this is there in the spider qualities we see these agitations, restlessness, and impatience. There is constant fidgety because of that. They can't keep still. Even in clinic we see most of them, either their hands are constantly fidgeting, or their feet are constantly, their legs are constantly shaking. Something always moving in them. They cannot sit still. Their movements are involuntary, jerking, and twitching. They are always in hurry, and the time is never enough for them. Then we always see this cruelty in spiders, violence, sudden impulsive and extreme violence. They want to overpower immediately and completely. They want to win over. For this, they very meticulously they plan and plot, so that when they are pouncing on their prey, they are not wasting any time. They are very agile, quick, and restless. They are vindictive, possessive, manipulative, revengeful. Then another very strong characteristic we see in spider group remedies is vibrations. There is some kind of vibrations always they talk in their complaints, in their history. Now vibrations can be in terms of sound, in terms of trembling, in terms of shaking, but some kind of vibratory symptoms are there. So there is acuity of hearing, there is sensitivity to sounds. They feel sound piercing their body. They feel vibrating inside. The sounds are vibrating, and that is a reason so much of oversensitivity, that they are reclusive. They don't like to much mingle with the society. Then there is a sexual desire, as such animal remedies generally have, and spiders have very high sexual desire. They are very passionate, and deceitful sexual energy is there in them, because generally in spiders it is like the male attracts the female, and though they know that the female spider, in certain species of the spider, the female spider after mating kills the male spider. In spite of that, there is this high passionate and sexual energy. So then there is this productivity through creativity. Spider remedies are very creative, artistic, craftsmen. They have all these artistic qualities, one or other artistic qualities we do see in these spider remedies. And their productivity is through their creativity. They are not monotonous workers or like insects. They are creative in their work. And the other extreme polarity is lying down and lazing around and not doing anything. And they are very rhythmic in their movements, in their work. They are very rhythmic. Then another quality we see, they are very ambitious people. They are very driven, very industrious, very active. They must win. The victory is very important for them. Also seen are spiders are they have a very parental care about their young ones, and they are committed to their families. And another thing which is seen in spider remedies, many spider remedies are they crave this tobacco. They like to smoke marijuana and hashish and drugs like that, and they have this smoking craving also. So yeah, so these are general characteristics of the spider. So once we come to like animal kingdom and all, or is many a times if you cannot even come to the kingdom differentiation, but if we see these kind of qualities out and out in the patients, we can go to spider remedies, and then there are many spider remedies in practice, and then we can differentiate like how Kushala differentiated from tarantula to Theridion through the sound sensitivity and lot of nausea and all. Similarly, every spider remedy has their own characteristics. So through once you come to the spider group, we can differentiate through different particulars and peculiarities. We can go to different spiders. Yeah, so this is about spider group in general. Now I invite Dr. Shobha to talk in specific about more Theridion.
Okay, thank you, Aditi. So, friends, as we saw that Aditi has described the characteristic features of the spiders, now I will go on to the some specific materia medica, the materia medica study of Theridion. The Theridion Curassavicum. Okay, so this Theridion belongs to the animal kingdom and it is a spider group remedy. So it is also like orange spider and a black spider of Curacoa. And why it is having this? Because the orange, it has an orange and a black pattern on their abdomen and the legs. The spiders have this linear patterns on their body. It belongs to the Theridion, belongs to the family Arenidae, and the proving is done by Dr. Herring. Now, if we see the sphere of action of this remedy, then it has a good action onto the nervous system, bones, head, teeth, and chest. And it also has good affinity for scrofulous conditions and extreme nervous sensitiveness of puberty, pregnancy, and climacteric period. Now, like other spider remedies, there is a great nervous hyperasthenia which is seen in Theridion, which is very characteristic. Also, the Theridion has a lot of hyperactivity and intense restlessness, the way we saw in Kushala's patient also. And the other remedies which we see is like the tarantula and the tuberculinum also has this type of restlessness, also has high energy and the hurried, they are very hurried in nature. And that is why Dr. Phatak has said that Theridion is having tubercular diathesis. Also, the Theridion is having high sexuality. The female, the woman Theridion patient, they have the need to find a mate to protect themselves from the danger of the outside world. And they completely dissolve her identity into that of her partner, the male Theridion, male patient, the male spider. So what happens is, the female Theridion or the female spider, she stops using her own brain and she completely, just thinks or she follows whatever her partner is telling or doing. And that is how we have the rubric also, like that the delusion head belongs to another. This is in our repertory, we can see that, and we can see that in our patients also. Both the female spiders and the male spiders, they have a lot of strong need to be attractive. And that is why they have a lot of attraction towards the color, music, dance, and the creativity. And this is seen in the patients. But whenever the partner, in the women spiders, whenever her partner leaves her, she feels very sad and depressed. And they all, being a very small animal, as Aditi had said, that the spiders are very small. So because they are the small creatures, they have a lot of fear of being trapped or of being caught and killed by the others. So that is why they, as a defense mechanism, what happens is that there is a lot of impulsive behavior, a lot of violent behavior, which is seen in these patients. And that is how there is a desire to kill and to strike. Now, after this, we go to the physical generals, physical particulars, and the mind section of the Theridion. In this physical generals, the modalities are something which is very characteristic. The way we saw the extreme nervous hyperasthenia in the patients are extremely sensitive to the senses. So we see in the modalities that they have aggravation from slightest noise, slightest motion, aggravation from jar, aggravation by touch, aggravation from closing the eyes, and aggravation by riding. And they are better by rest and better by warmth. And the way now how this hypersensitivity to noise affects the patient. So the every sound penetrates the whole body and it causes nausea and vomiting, the chills and the pain all over the body. It affects teeth, very shrill sound penetrates, and oversensitive to striking of clocks and ringing of bells. Such a small, fine noises also affect the Theridion patient quite a lot. Also, the motion affects the patient, and there is a nausea from the least of the motion and nausea from riding in a carriage, and that is why we see a lot of seasickness in these patients. The nausea and this is seen as a very concomitant to lot of complaints in the Theridion patients. Also, the vertigo is very characteristic in the Theridion, and vertigo from any or even the least noise, vertigo from the closing of the eyes, from stooping, and vertigo with nausea, vomiting, and the cold sweat. As we said that there is a bony affections are very characteristically seen in Theridion. There is a spinal irritation. It affects bones, causing the caries and necrosis. The pain in bones all over as if broken. There is a great sensitiveness between the vertebrae, and they sit sideways, like, and because they cannot allow the touch of the vertebral column onto the surface, it aggravates them. So that is why they will sit sideways. And there is an aggravation from least of noise in the jar. The sleep, and if we see the sleep and dreams of the Theridion, then they bite the tip of the tongue during the sleep. There are a lot of dreams which are there in the remedy, but some of them which are characteristically seen are the dreams of journey, dreams of breaking of tooth, riding horses, and there are indefinite dreams. Also, the cravings are very characteristic. The cravings for banana, oranges, acidic fruits, the wine and sour drinks, the tobacco smoke, craving for tobacco smoke. The mind of this Theridion, some of the points that we see into the mind, I think the others, Anita will take it up in her, through her, when she's trying to explain her rubrics, is that the hysteria, the sad and depressed, aversion to work and to the business, the time passes too quickly. There is a desire to occupy himself in fruitless activities and find pleasure in nothing. And that is why they are like busy fruitlessly. There is a talkativeness and hilarity. There is a confusion of the identity and the sense of duality. Now, if we go to the particulars, there are some which are very characteristically seen, from which we can go to the remedy. One is the nausea. Like the Theridion is a very useful remedy in many liver conditions. So we see nausea as a concomitant to many of the complaints. So nausea with many complaints and from many causes. On closing the eye, nausea on closing the eyes, nausea from noise, from the least of motion, nausea from riding in a carriage, car and ship. It is a good remedy for seasickness also. And nausea accompanied with headache and vertigo also. It is seen as a concomitant. And as we know that the concomitant symptoms are very characteristically, and if we get it into the patients, it is a very good, to prescribe the remedy so that we can reach the minimum. Then the cough is also very characteristic in the Theridion, is the cough with jerking of head forward and knee upward. Like while coughing, literally the head is jerked forward, but the knee comes upward. And also the headache is very characteristically described in Theridion, that there is a joyousness and singing during headache. Now, this is a contradictory symptom. Na? Who will be very happy and joyous and singing with the pains? So this is a contradictory symptom, but if we get it in the patients, then definitely the contradictory symptoms again have a higher, they come up high into the evaluation in our prescription while we are prescribing for the remedy. So, yeah, friends, this is the materia medica of the Theridion. There are some of the characteristics that I have described. Now we will see what are the important rubrics of Theridion and how we can understand Theridion through rubrics that Dr. Anita Bajaj will tell us. Yes, Anita.
Thank you, Shobha. Certain remedies, especially if they are not well known and we have not vast experience with such remedies, it's always, good to study the rubrics through, study the remedy through rubrics. So we will try to go through all the rubrics of Theridion from both the repertory, synthesis and complete. So I have tried to classify the rubrics as per the disposition and various other headings. As we go forward, we will come to know. So first thing is like Shobha and like Kushala and Aditi also have described that they have this desire activity, creative activity. So this is one spider which has a lot of creativity. They must keep busy, cheerful, desires full of indefinite. So they have a lot of desires. Not just sexual, but other desires also. Then loquacity, busy, loquacity, hilarity with loquacity, excited. So all these are, animal qualities as well as the spider group qualities. Memory active, mental exertion, desire for. Sensitive to noise, clock, ringing of bells, striking off. Sensitive to noise, painful sensitiveness. Then sensitive to noise, scratching on linen, silk or strings. Singing and trilling. Singing, headache with excitement, easily excited. Excitement at night with rushing in ears. So again, this shows that their sensitivity or hypersensitivity, which affects their vascular system also. Excitement in the evening and cheerful, hysterical. So you see a lot of energy in spider group, and we saw in Kushala's case also, the child is so active, so attractive, and he's so intelligent and creative. We move further to fears.
Make it full screen.
Yeah. Okay. So they have a lot of fears, being small insect, small size, which always has this fear of, getting destroyed or being crushed or killed. So they have a lot of fears. So there is a lot of cowardice. They have fear of approaching, fear of coming home. Now we will see why they have fear of coming home. Then fear of noise and fear tremulous. Then we look at their weakness also. Confusion of mind, noise aggravates. Delusion, head belongs to other. Like Shobha also talked about the dissolving of identity with the partner. Similarly, they have this delusion of head belongs to another because of cowardice. They cannot go according to their wish. So they follow others. Delusion, head is divided. So there is a split, what they want and what environment wants from them. So that split is always there, and in that they crush themselves and they live according to others. Head can lift it off. So it is, they can just lift it off. It is not one solid structure. Head is separated from body. His head were another strange head. Confusion of mind, identity as to his duality sense of. And then there is a ritualistic behavior. Ritualistic behavior is very instinctive, where you are not using your brains. Then also you see crisis, which is death, dying sensation, as if cowardice, I have already said, and delusion, he is dying. So they are just, their creativity is dying. It may not be, they are dying per se, but their creativity or their mind, whatever their thinking is, that is dying. We also have a lot of, activity in this. So there is delusion, jumping, things are jumped upon the ground before her, all sorts of. So there is, chaotic type of feeling that things are falling, everything is just falling in front of them. Distances exaggerated are busy fruitlessly, must keep busy, restlessness from, business aversion to. So they are busy, but they have aversion to business. That means the productivity is not there. Discontented everything with, discontented himself with, dullness, vertigo during, and physical aggravation aggravates, physical exertion aggravates. Then when they lose their creativity, it is like a menopausal stage and a downfall for them. So we have a lot of menopause symptoms in this: estranged menopause during, excitement menopause during, hysteria menopause at, hysteria must lie down, home, leave home desire to, indifference pleasure to, insanity menopause during, laziness morning, laziness work, he thinks the work will do him harm, loathing life, loathing work, memory weakness of mental exertion for, mental exertion aversion to, mistakes making time in. Now, why this type of state develops? Because what they want to do, they are not allowed to do. Somebody, imposes them on things, and then they have to function routinistically, just following what others are saying, like delusion head belongs to others. So this is the reason their creativity is lost, and they develop all sorts of things where they are not interested in anything. They become indifferent. The cheerful person becomes indifferent. Now we see their subconscious. In subconscious, there are a lot of clairvoyant dreams, horses, riding horses. Riding horses is a, thing of courage. Warriors always ride on horses. So basically, they are cowards, but then they have this fancy of, riding horses, journeys on horseback. All these are positive dreams where they have a lot of indefinite desires, but at the same time, they also have dreams of teeth breaking off. What is teeth? Teeth for anybody is, a defense, especially for animals. They are not just for biting and eating and chewing, but it is also a, organ of defense. So teeth breaking off is like you are defenseless. You are helpless. So we also see from complete repertory, lot of symptoms are common, but we will see few rubrics which are not there in synthesis. So amusement, nothing gives him. So this is the downfall stage where they go into sad and depressed state. Anger, throwing away things. Anxiety from pain, anxiety with pain in heart, in and about heart. Then there is aversion to everything. Business elements from and aggravates, business aversion to. Then this cheerfulness, hysterical, which is there in the beginning when they are very active and full of energy. Then they also have this body parts are, broken into pieces, bones are broken, cannot bring them together, brittle, bones are brittle. Then they don't exist any longer. Then they dream of foreign country. Again, it shows their indefinite desire. And journey, along with journey, they also have dreams of difficulties in journey. Then fear of war, impressionable and susceptible, indolence, aversion to routine work. Indolence, aversion to work in the morning, rising after. So morning is one time, when everybody is so busy, especially the housewives will be very, very busy. And it is the beginning of the day. So you have to be, full of enthusiasm to look forward to the day. But that is the time when they are in indolence stage, because work is not of their choice. Laughing elements from aggravates. They have this passion for gambling. to make money, then sensitive to noise, sounds, sensitive to sensual impressions, and sync desire to cheerful and joyously. So now we will see how they fit into this journey of Theridion. So Theridion journey starts from excited, cheerful, singing, creative person who is full of energy, who has a lot of indefinite desires, and who he wants to live life, fully. But when the environment is somewhere, the environment is dominating, then they have to walk as per the others, and that there they have this feeling of head belongs to other, and they all have this delusion, head separated from body, headless, head is split, no control, part of self dying, creativity dying, aversion to work, work will do harm, as it is, what they are doing is not of their liking, but they are doing it out of external pressure, and the work they are doing is routinistic and not of their liking. So here, the situation which we have seen in other cases which are solved by other physician, is where, mother-in-law is dominating. The lady goes to in-laws. After marriage, she has to behave according to her husband or according to her in-laws. And in the process, she loses her own ambition, desires, and creativity. And she has to attend to all, routine duties. And she goes on doing those duties. And in that process, she loses her charm. She becomes depressed. So this is how, the situation is given. Dreams also reflect desires, riding horse to teeth breaking, that is, defenses are lost, and their whole existence itself is at stake, and they are broken and brittle. So this is their journey. So we see a lot of, sensitivity, creativity, but at the same time, vulnerability. And then which leads to their destruction. Kushala, would you like to add something?
Yeah. In this case, what I felt was what had to also be differentiated was between insects, spiders, and snakes. There were some themes which were coming common. So what I thought, insects, they are more instinctual. They are Eid oriented. So they want instant gratification. Their reactions are also instinctual. Whatever the reaction is, very impulsive, strong, and instinct. They don't think. Everything is coming from the basic Eid. So also is their sexuality, which is so basic and shameless. They are not worried about any commitment to partners. It's like, as long as they have multiple partners also, they are okay. It's a shameless sexuality. They don't have themes of attraction. They don't care whether they look good or they don't look, or whether they are the center of attraction or not. And their complaints are also very super sudden and very, very impulsive. And they believe in teamwork. Spiders are not so much into teamwork. They believe, like you see the ants, the bees, they work together, whether it's productive or not productive, but they believe in working together. They're very materialistic, and they have a very high sex drive. And also they enjoy their work. It's not about ambition. It's just about working, whether it is a very productive work or an unproductive work. And you don't see so much of deceit in insects. While in spiders, as already explained by Dr. Aditi, they are more adolescent. So in that sense, you'll see that party, the dance, the music, the friends, the outgoing, all these things you'll see in spider. Plus you will see that deceit, that cunningness, the trapping. So that type of intelligence is there to trap your prey. And you'll see a lot of artistic and creativity, because this aspect is adolescent in them. While snakes are much more mature. So you will not see a very simple case. It will be more complex, where there will be many, many facets to it, because it's a mature adult. They're much more evolved, much more developed. So what you'll see in snakes, you will see more of, features of where they have a lot of planning in them, a lot of manipulation, and their plotting and scheming is long term. I mean, you will never know how they will take revenge. but their revenge is not as cruel as spiders. Spiders can be very physical in their revenge, while snakes would be more sarcastic in the way they would take revenge. Plus, you'll see a lot of clairvoyance in snakes. You'll see that suffocation, the tight clothing aggravation, the better by discharges, all these aspects. So through stages also of, where they stand or how they are placed in the stages of development, if you map it also, these differences do come up. So this is also another way of, differentiating between the insects, the spiders, and the snakes. If you all would like to add something, please do.
Like activity of insects is known as robotic.
Yes.
So ants, they have the colonies and spatial function is allotted to a particular ant and they do according to that. Similarly, honeybees also, they have, different responsibilities given to them and they discharge those responsibility in a very robotic way. So they function a lot, but then their thinking is not there. Control of robo is in somebody else's hand, So it is more of robotic, and spiders definitely have this attraction and all those things.
Yes. Yes.
And where we see, spiders spin their webs.
Yes.
And there are so elaborate type of webs depending on the species.
And
so that is the
attractive.
reason they have so much of creativity in them.
And attractive webs.
Attractive and creative.
Trap. Their main behind it is the trap. Feeling of trapped and to trap. This is very important in spiders.
And you also see the differences, like you differentiated tarantula and theridion.
Yes.
The tarantula also has this lot of, feigning because of deceitfulness, and they feign as if, they are dead. So to avoid the attack, either they will hide or they will feign. So that type of thing is not available in Theridion.
Also, I think
Theridion will just give in. Yeah. Like head belongs to other. So they are just submitting themselves and they are behaving according to the IPR, whatever the environment expects them to.
And I have read also in certain places where you can even put the spiders as per the miasm. Tarantula is more psychotic. So you'll see that, cunningness, the hiding, the deceit. While Theridion, you will see that more tubercular element.
Because of activity.
Because of the activity.
Yeah? Other spiders are antisauric and antisyphilitic features are found more into the other spiders.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So friends, thank you so much. Do subscribe, do watch us, and do share. Thank you once again. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.